Hey guys, what is going on? Icon here and welcome back to my channel. Sorry about that slight hiatus I was on. I was actually on vacation. So I am back from vacation. I am pumped up. I'm ready to make some videos. So with that, let's go ahead and jump in today's video. Recently on Twitter and in some of my other videos, you guys have been asking about updated search and destroy classes. So since you guys want those, I figured I would go ahead and I will show you my updated classes, especially since there have been some changes made to the competitive rules. So let's go ahead, let's hop right into this. If you go into Create a Soldier, you will see first of all that I have search and destroy, Blitz, and Dom classes. And I also have some for Freight, Sovereign, and Octane. Octane just a little bit different because it's more long range, but we will go ahead and go into our search and destroy classes and I will show you these. If you guys want to see more of my Blitz classes, I will show my Blitz classes at 50 likes. So if you go ahead, give this video 50 likes, I'll make a Blitz class setup video. So search and destroy, here we go. I do have all 10 of these classes and I will explain why I have these, how they kind of vary, why I have them this way, and the benefits of each. So first of all, I just have my normal assault rifle slaying class. Red dot and a grip on my Remington. Nothing special here. This is kind of what you would see if you were playing Blitz or Dom. This is kind of just my normal slaying class. I like to use an assault rifle. I like to use grip and a red dot on my Remington. So as I go into perks, I wouldn't put too much into it other than I wouldn't put too much into my specialist. My perks to begin with, I have Ready Up, Marathon, Quick Draw, Dead Silence, and Focus. Quick Draw, Dead Silence, and Focus are all pretty crucial when it comes to using an assault rifle. So those three you always want to kind of have in your back pocket. The other few you can vary a little bit. I also use a nade. Again, this is for search, so sometimes I'll nade check. I'll kind of throw a nade, see if I need to advance my position, so on and so forth. When it comes to my strike package, there's not too much use here. As you'll see at the bottom, I don't even use them all. Again, this is for search, so the likelihood of you getting 8 kills or so and actually being able to use those perks, I mean, it's not very high. So I do like to use ICU because it doubles your regeneration of your health, and then steady aim just for shits and giggles, more or less. So that's my main slaying class. Now, as we're starting to get into strategy here, you'll see I have an AR incog offense and an AR incog defense. The only difference that you will see here is that one has a smoke so that I can throw smoke and run through it, and one has defense so that I can still have my thermal, I can still have my incog, and I put down a trophy system that way. For example, in Top Owens on the map Freight, sometimes the place that I'm at, people will start to throw nades at me because they'll see that that's the spot that I'm going to, so that's why I have a trophy system. So I use this pretty much every single time I play Freight, Search, and Destroy on defense, so this is a great class. Going into perks, again, there's not too much. Like I said, Dead Silence, Quick Draw, and Focus are ones that you pretty much always want to have. And on this one, I throw on Incog so that they can't see me. Whereas if I'm using a thermal and they're not using a thermal, or they're not using Incog, I can see them. So Quick Draw, Incog, Focus, and Dead Silence. And then again, as we get down here, I mean, you can change these up however you feel fit. I like ICU. I like steady aim. You could also maybe do Ready Up along here, but again, the likelihood of you getting all of your perks here, it's not very high, so go ahead and use whatever you feel fit. Next is where we start to move away from our assault rifle classes, which are on the top, to our SMG classes, which are the next 4. So this one, MTAR, this is usually the class that I use. I have a grip and a muzzle brake on my MTAR. Now this one is for nades. So the big change here is that I put on strong arm. Now, I used to run double nades, but with the changes to competitive rules, you can't have double nades, you can't have double stuns. I go ahead and I take that away. So I have my strong arm so that, I have some nade spots. I might make a couple of videos on those if you guys really want to see it. But I have my strong arm and I have my nade. This is just, to throw those very specific nade spots just in case, there's somebody there, there's somebody planting a bomb, and I have a nade spot for that situation. So there's my nade spots. Again, you can see the strike package at the bottom. This is pretty much what I always run on an SMG. The only difference here is that I took out a stun and I put on strong arm. So steady aim, dead silence, focus, those are all pretty crucial when it comes to an SMG class. Marathon, ready up. Ready up is also very crucial. Now marathon, you can sometimes switch with agility and a couple other perks, but we'll get into those here in a second. Again, I like ICU as my strike package. And then I have Quick Draw there as well. Again, you can play around with those. I don't put too much stock, like I've said before. I don't put too much stock into my strike package other than ICU. Next is my main slaying class. So these two classes, you'll see they are the exact same. However, I have an MTAR and I have a vector class just in case, you know, I'm not feeling my MTAR a specific round or whatever. I'll switch to my vector. Sometimes different maps can rely for different guns as well. There are some shorter maps such as Freight. I'm in a lot of, you know, close quarters gun battles, so I use the MTAR. The vector is a little bit easier for me to aim across map with the red dot. So, you know, play this however you feel. You know, you guys might have a specific gun that you like more than this. Maybe you like the Bison or whatever. But this is my main slaying class. You'll see in my classes for my perks. You will see the main 5 that I talked about. Ready Up, Marathon, Steady Aim, Dead Silence, and Focus. And then I also just throw on my concussion and my semtex, just for the simple fact that they've made so many changes to the COD competitive rules, like you can't have double stuns. So I used to not have this lethal, and I used to put on double stuns, but since they took that away, you know, we had to kind of make variations to our classes. And again, you'll see the same thing at the bottom, ICU and Quick Draw, then you have the rest of the ones that they're at the bottom. So these two are the exact same, other than the gun difference. Next, this class is very important. So I use this class a lot in Search and Destroy, especially if I'm going to be aggressive. You'll notice that up top, I took the muzzle brake off and I put on the silencer. MTAR is very good with the silencer, so if I can get behind enemy lines, if I can get into their bases, I can usually take out 1 or 2, maybe even 3 people just because of my silencer. Because I'm using a silencer, I have to make some changes. I take out Steady Aim and I put on Incog so that way they can't find me. And then you'll see that I also took off my concussion and I put on a smoke. So on most maps, I'll throw my smoke, I'll run through it with my Incog, they can't see me, I'll get behind enemy lines, and since I have a silencer, they're not going to know where I'm at. You'll see down here, I like to have Steady Aim whenever I can, but since I have Incog, I have to take that away. So that's my very first specialist strike package, and then from there Quick Draw, and you know, you'll see agility and some others at the bottom. Again, I just kind of throw those on. It's not really a big deal. Next one, sniping. There are some maps such as Gina's where I'll snipe the cross at the beginning, the cross from their spawn over to the B bomb. So I like to have my USR just because it has a little bit of a faster aim down sight time. I have my thermal, it's just easier to see, and I have chrome line just to give you that a little bit of extra damage. Again, I get a ton of hit markers with the USR. I would say maybe 10% of my shots I'll get a hit marker instead of a kill, but I kind of sacrifice that just with my ability to aim down sight a little bit faster. I think that really helps. You'll see that I have a secondary here. I use overkill so that way I can have my MTAR with my grip, just so that I'm not stuck. You know, if I'm using a sniper, I'm not stuck only being able to snipe. I can switch to my MTAR, I can rush a little bit, and I can still get kills, you know, up close and personal, maybe around a bomb as they're trying to plant. So with that, I have Dead Silence and Focus. You always have to have those. I have the overkill, like I said, and I have Ready Up and Marathon. For an example, when I switch to my MTAR, I want to have Ready Up so that I can aim down sight a little bit quicker after sprinting. And then down here at the bottom, Steady Aim. I like Steady Aim, and I also like Quick Draw. A lot of people say that you don't really need Quick Draw, but I use it just for the simple fact that, you know, it gives you a little bit of an you know, that advantage if you're going into a gun battle against somebody else. But like I said, getting a 7-kill streak in Search and Destroy, you're probably not even going to get those, so they don't really matter. Alright, finally, this used to be my LMG class, but you can't use LMGs anymore with the recent rule changes to competitive. So this is just the same thing as this AR Incog class. I just kind of was messing around with a little bit. The only thing that's different about it is that I went ahead and I put my Marathon on here. So I don't know. I was just kind of messing around with this. I don't really have a need for this spot. So, you know, use this whatever you will. If you have an extra class slot that you like, you can leave it in the comments even if you want to do that. And then finally, the last class, which I use a lot, I use this AR Nades class a ton. I used to have double nades on here, but since they made that change, I can't use those anymore. Like I said, I have a bunch of nade spots, and I might make a video on that. So I definitely need strong arm and nades on this class. I also use the stun just to be able to check and see. You know, I'll use my nade spot, but I'll throw my stun just to check and see if somebody's there or not. Then I'll relay that to my teammates. But this class, you'll see the same exact things: Quick Draw, Dead Silence, and Focus. Like I said, when you're using an AR, you need those. But I also have Strong Arm here, so that way I can throw those nades. And then I have Ready Up. Ready Up you pretty much need on any slaying class. Let's get down here in the strike package. ICU and Marathon, those are usually what you're going to see in terms of my classes, and then I have some of those bonus at the bottom. One other thing that you will see is that I don't use that third specialist streak at the top. And the reason for that is because you'll notice right now it says my bonus is at 8 kills, whereas if I throw in another kill, you'll see I get my bonus at 12 kills. So if I were to do that, then I would really be slighting myself when I can have 4 extra perks at 8 kills, whereas with this, my 4 extra perks don't come until 12 kills. So I realize that a lot of you probably know that, but there might be some of you that don't, so I want to go ahead and throw that out there. So leave that third slot blank, so that way when you get your 8 kills, you get all your extra perks. That way you don't have to wait an extra 4 kills or 3 kills, or depending on whatever perk that you're using. So with that, guys, those are my updated classes. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the chat. If you want to recommend any classes that you use, please leave those in the chat as well, or down in the comments below. Not the chat. I'm not sure why I said that, but I will definitely take a look at those, and I love the suggestions. So if you're new around here, please subscribe. I appreciate that the most. I'm just trying to reach as many people as possible, and that is how I do so. Like, favorite, comment. If you comment, I will be sure to get back to you, as I love the interaction. With that, guys, I am out of here. I hope you guys all have a great night. We'll catch you next time. Peace.